They did not miss the deadline because they worked slow. They missed it because the deadline was never real in the first place. It's 7:40 a.m. Site office. The weekly review meeting has just started. The planning engineer is standing near the projector. Bar chart on the wall, yellow, red, green lines everywhere. The project manager is looking at one number, civil works 68%, but as per baseline, it should be 82%. The planner zooms in. Sir, we are 14 days behind. The contractor does not speak. The site engineer keeps staring at the floor. The project managers turn to the team. Tell me honestly, can we recover? Silence. Someone finally says quietly, we will try. By afternoon, email starts flying. Regional office, head office. Why was the slippage not flagged earlier? Why was recovery not planned? Why are you always reactive? The project manager calls the planner again. Show me the logic. How did we even agree to this timeline? The planner scrolls back. Tender schedule, award schedule, revised mobilization schedule, and baseline schedule. Four different dates, four different truths. None of them match what is happening on site. The project is already late, but nobody knows since when. Here is the strange part. Everyone in that room is experienced. They all reviewed the schedule, they all approved it, and yet the timeline is impossible. Not tight, not aggressive, impossible. So whose mistake is this? The planner, the project manager, the tender team, the site, or was the failure baked in long before the first brick was laid? The scene that we just saw is not rare. It happens on metro jobs, highways, plants, buildings, various companies, various projects, same movie. Projects that slip, but nobody can say from which day they become impossible because the schedule they are chasing was never built from reality, but it was built from pressure, from bid deadlines, from commercial commitments, from Excel optimism. Have you ever worked on a project where everyone is late but nobody knows what went wrong? Let me say something that sounds uncomfortable. Most EPC schedules don't fail on site, they fail in the tender room. The first lie enters when someone says, just submit something, we'll manage later. So the tender planner compresses duration, overlaps activities, assumes approvals will come instantaneously, assumes no rain, no drawing delays, and perfect manpower. The schedule looks beautiful, the client awards the job, and that promise becomes a contractual noose. Now the site is not executing a plan, it is chasing fantasy. You cannot recover a lie, you can only suffer it. When slippage appears, what do? We shout, we add shifts, we add more manpower, we threaten penalties, we demand recovery plans. But you cannot recover something that was never achievable. It is like telling a runner to finish a 100-meter race in 7 seconds. No training will fix a wrong target. So teams burn out, contractors cut corners, quality drops, safety suffers. And still the date does not move because the baseline was fiction. A real EPC schedule is not a calendar, it is a logic of constraints. It respects engineering fees, procurement lead time, statutory approvals, mobilization reality, cash flow, weather, and productivity curves. A good schedule asks first what cannot move. Only after that, it decides what can be pushed. But in most EPC projects, tender schedules are made by people who never face the site. So nobody pays for wrong assumptions. until a project manager sits in that meeting staring at a red bar. What if the biggest project risk is not execution, but what we promised on day zero? We have seen in one of the projects, the tender schedule showed piping start 2 weeks after equipment arrival, but procurement knew the drawing would come 6 weeks later. They warned, still the schedule was submitted. Site suffered for 9 months because of a lie told in 2 weeks of tender. No amount of site heroics can defeat a wrong baseline. Here is the truth nobody likes. If an EPC leader don't want a real schedule, they want a sellable schedule. A schedule that wins work, not one that protects execution. So projects don't fail, they get sacrificed. If this felt uncomfortably familiar, stay around. These are not stories, these are patterns. And in the next episode, we look at what happens when this fake baseline starts controlling real people. Most project delays are not created by slow sites, they are created by false promises. And once a lie becomes a baseline, every honest engineer pays for it.